Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everybody.
Are you all able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
With the break, we are starting. So, okay, my request to all of you is see that your assignments are complete, because without those assignments, you are going to find it very difficult. Okay. Can you see me? Because I am not able to see me.
Yes, ma'am. We can see you.
Ma'am, you are visible.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay,
we
fine.
can see you.
Fine. Maybe this one is hidden. So, please see that your work is done. Okay. I know two of you have submitted. Rupa, I have reviewed yours. You can connect with me later. I'll tell you where exactly your mistakes are. And please do go through the current module guide. Okay. And build your evidence of learning and reflection based on it. Remember, exemplar is given for an idea. It is not the true version of your assignment, because last time exemplars candidates have copied from exemplar. So that is the reason exemplar is not given in accordance with the module guide. It is just for your idea that how it has to be written, it is given. Please look at your module guide, look at the key questions and try answering based on that. Okay, rather than focusing on the exemplar. That just gives you an idea of how to connect and write. That's it. Okay, so your module guide should be your priority. Please keep your module guide and write. Okay, all right. So any questions till now when you have were working with your assignments? Any questions you have till now?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Samya.
Ma'am, actually, I just had this one doubt. When we were writing evidence of learning or reflection, can we add one or two personalized experiences or
You
examples?
have to add. You have to add.
Okay. And I,
Hmm.
I remember you were mentioning if it is for 500 words, not more than 4 to 5 references, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am, that's all.
See, you have to mention your personalized references. Without that, your assignment will look as if you're writing some theory.
Yeah. Okay,
The
ma'am.
reason why you have to write your personalized experiences is from your learning, you're reflecting on what you have done in the class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
those connections are the evidences that Cambridge is looking for.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So always link with your personal experiences. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
when we are writing the observation feedback form, in that observation feedback form, there are two things. Like the first, we are explaining what happened, and then there are the key features. So, uh, above we have to use 200 words, and for the key features, we have to use 200 words.
Sarah, you're breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So, when we are writing the observation feedback form, there are there is two. It's divided into two parts, right? So
Yes.
the key features have to be 400 words, and the above one should be 400 words. So
Yes.
altogether 800 words.
Yes. Not, see, you write in that box, it will give you the count also. So you need not worry about it. 400 words, write about the key features that you have observed. Then why do you consider it as a key feature? Discussion with your mentor. Next.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Understood. I thought altogether it have to be 400 to 450
No,
words.
no, 400, 400.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions you have?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Ma'am, you have in the last class you had asked us to make a sample lesson plan. So that
Yes.
sample lesson plan we have to make with on the template which was shared by you.
Yes. Yes.
It was just for one period, right?
No, today's class, just for discussion in today's class.
Okay.
That's not the final lesson plan. That's the template for discussion today. See,
Okay.
unless we make mistake, we can't correct ourselves, isn't it? So
Right.
in order that you have a safe environment to make mistakes, I've given you that template. Okay, yeah. Okay, shall we
No.
start today's session?
Okay.
Yeah. So today's is the Unit 2 second session. Yeah, you will be teaching the lesson based on active learning approaches. Your key questions are, why should new learning be built upon learners' existing learning? Why do teachers use active learning approaches in their classroom practice? How do teachers make learning active? What impact does the selection, design, and use of resources have on learners' learning? All these are important because this is what you're going to implement in your lesson plan. Okay. Let us now work with your prior knowledge. Okay. So all of you have done your lesson planning. Okay. So you
Yes.
tell me, what do you think? You tell me the topic. Tell me what is that you think is appropriate prior knowledge for the topic that you have chosen for your sample lesson plan.
Like we have to type it down, ma'am.
No, you have to speak. Yeah, anyone can start. In your lesson plan, tell us the topic, the grade that you're teaching, and what do you think is the appropriate prior knowledge for it?
Ma'am, for me, I'm Sarah.
Hmm.
Okay, my lesson plan, I was planning to make it on different types of pollutions and how they affect the environment. So my subject that I'm in Cambridge, I'm dealing is global perspective. So without having the prior knowledge of pollution and how that is affecting the environment, we cannot go further to
1 minute,
teach the
Sarah. Your topic is my environment. Can you keep the
children.
mic on to your mouth?
Now,
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
yeah. So my different types of pollutions and how they affect the environment.
Hmm. Different types of pollution and how they affect their environment. Okay.
Yes. So prior knowledge is very important in this because if you don't know if a teacher doesn't know how to start the class without the prior knowledge, but like for an example, when I'm teaching global perspective, I have to connect it to the national to the international topics. So how it is affecting the place where I am living and how it is impacting to the other places.
Hmm.
So prior knowledge is very important, and children will relate to it by giving them no, examples. Like now, the recent thing that has been happening in the thing is that uh, the volcanoes that are erupting on the Ring of Fire and the Pacific. So how that disturbed? How did all started? Was it because of the global warming? It happened in few hundred of years. So how did it happen previously? You check the information, how did it happen previously, and connect it to the why is it happening now. So
Hmm.
that will prior knowledge is important.
I still didn't get it. You were talking about pollution, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, and how they affect the environment.
Okay. Now your
Wait,
topic is
pollution can
pollution.
be about anything, right, ma'am?
I can understand. My question is the idea of prior knowledge is what is either the previous learning the child has had. Which class are you dealing with, Sarah?
Grade 6 to 8.
No, which class is this topic particular? Don't say 6 to 8. Which one particular class
Okay,
that you're going
8,
to take?
8.
Eighth. So
Grade
you're
8.
talking about pollution and impact of pollution for class 8. Now the question is, have they dealt with pollution in class 7? What was the level to which they have reached in class 7?
Uh, in class 7, they have about water crisis and
Right.
how
Now
the
you got water crisis, isn't it? Let us
yeah.
take that only. Don't go for multiple things. Only one you have to focus on. Let us take that you're connecting with. It's up to the teacher. Okay. I'm just giving an example. You're taking water crisis. Now, how do you link water crisis to your current topic of pollution so that the student can recall? Think about that. Think about it.
About like how in one of the villages the water is getting
No,
polluted.
don't answer my question, Sarah. I'm asking you to think as a teacher. How can you connect water crisis, okay, so that your student recalls the word pollution?
Okay.
You understood my
Um,
question?
yeah, I mean,
See, I'm not
to get
asking
them
you to
to the
think,
yeah, to get them to the
ah,
topic, how do I frame the work so that the line of
ah,
thought gets connected to the pollution?
pollution. Yes, very good.
Ma-
That's the thing, right?
Okay. By asking questions about the previous projects.
Previous project. So remember, your concept is water crisis, isn't
Yeah.
it? So you can
Yes.
build around water crisis. So now you have to think of some activity or like you're saying questioning a strategy so that the student gets connected to that particular topic, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now that strategy is known as your prior knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. Clear, all of you? Okay, now I would like others also to start giving example. Mrinalini, this was not for next class. This was for this class because we asked you to make a trial lesson plan. Okay, next class, this will
I
not come. We will go into another aspect.
I assume it as a submission. So
No, I told clearly it's a sample lesson plan. I clearly have given that this is for discussion in class. Okay, yes, Megha.
Yes, ma'am. So I made a lesson plan on the topic acids and alkalis for grade 6, where
Very
I
good.
will
Okay.
where I will check the prior knowledge of the students by asking few questions to check their understanding about acids and alkalis. And the questions would be like, have you ever um, observed any acid or alkali at your home? If so,
Now,
name
Megha,
them. Yes,
Megha,
ma'am.
Sarah has already covered the questioning part. I
Hmm.
want you to think of another strategy other than questioning. Think of it.
Uh,
Another strategy other than questioning. Think of another strategy.
Other than questioning, ma'am, then
Think. You have. That's the reason I'm saying. See, don't write only questioning because that shows that you're not doing any research on what are the other practices. So
Mhm.
think. You have lots of others. We will also be learning more, but I want you to first think in your class. Yes, Pranalini?
can I suggest
Yes, you can.
a kind of game, small game like a puzzle or
Okay.
anything? which will
Puzzle for
provoke,
acids
which
and
will
bases.
motivate them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes, ma'am. We can actually take the students to the lab as well, to show them, to just ask them that what is what.
Mm-mm.
That's how they can actually connect their knowledge, what they have learned previously.
Okay.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Ma'am, I have made lesson plan on biotechnology for grade 10 in biology. Before introducing the topic, I have showed them human insulin that is used by diabetic patients. And I asked them what enzyme is this and how do we make it. Then they started thinking, okay, humans cannot donate insulin to other humans. So they started thinking, which organism are we extracting it from? How are we making it? And how is the entire process being done?
No, this topic, what was the topic?
Biotechnology and genetic engineering.
Okay, biotechnology and genetic engineering. You started for which class?
Grade 10, ma'am.
Grade 10. So are
Or
they aware of how insulin is produced and
they
no?
have basic knowledge of enzymes and how we actually make artificially in labs. So I just wanted to connect that to genetic engineering. How are we modifying genes and making things that are suitable for humans?
No, Soumya, my question is this an introductory topic or middle of the class topic?
Introductory topic, ma'am, because genetic
Now,
engineering it was first introduced in grade 10 only. They don't have knowledge in grade
okay,
9.
right. Then my question is, if you are introducing in grade 10, how do they know genetically modification is possible? Because have you done already topic on genetic modification?
Genetic modifications was done based on BT cotton and BT brinjal
Right. Then you can. Then
in
you can.
plants.
Fine.
Now we wanted to show with enzymes.
And animals,
Animals.
enzymes you can. Right. That
Yes.
connection you can bring. That's a recall activity. Fine.
Yes.
Right. That is correct. Prior knowledge can relate with plants. Can we do the same with animals? They have to relate and talk. Right.
Yes.
That can be. Yes, Megha. Megha, you can.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So, another, yes, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes. So another way in which we can check the prior knowledge is through the KWL chart. We can ask them that
Yes,
what they
you
already
can.
know about it,
Yeah.
and
Yes, very good.
KWL.
Yes. Mm.
And another one way is if we can arrange some pictures of acids and bases
Good.
and show them, and then ask them to categorize it into which are acids and which are bases.
Actually,
These,
remember sixth class, they don't have foundation. So you have to start with something more basic. What is that? That is based
taste,
on taste.
taste,
Uh,
taste.
so you have to start with the foundation of taste.
Hmm.
Okay. Then move into the lesson. Now you got what you want. KW chart is one.
Hmm.
And another one is picture based. Based on taste, you can ask them to sort it out and tell why this is having this taste, why this is having this taste. Now you start your topic. That sorting is also a good activity, right?
Ma'am, we can
Yes.
even do an activity.
That is what this is an activity. Sorting is an activity. KWL is an activity. What are the other activities that you can think of?
Like for the pollution, you can get a glass with all the dirty water, and then you're doing a filtration to show how are you making it clean.
Hmm.
And like,
But your topic is impact of pollution.
yeah, I mean, to bring them to the topic, we can even do that way, right? Like how to control it, by
Sarah,
building
for
a mini
GP, especially when you're talking of impact of pollution, for which class are you talking about this?
grade 8.
Eighth. So when you're
Yeah.
talking of eighth class, And when you're talking of impact of pollution, you have newspaper clippings. That is the best prior knowledge.
Okay.
Okay, you can start with giving them newspaper clippings of news articles related to pollution. Ask them to analyze and find out why, what happened. Okay, why do you think this is happening? Only the headlines. Don't give them the entire article. The entire article means they'll read the cause, everything. So you just give them clear headings. Okay, ask them to find out the different reasons for, let them brainstorm it. That can be a prior knowledge activity. You got it? It's how you, this particular activity of prior knowledge, the intention is one, creating curiosity, second, creating the connection to your topic. Okay. One is curiosity, the second is creating connection. Okay. So that becomes very important when we are talking of prior knowledge. I think you're clear now. If you have done your lesson plan, can you just share it here? So we will discuss on the objectives. If you have done your lesson plan, can you share?
Okay.
Yes, Rupa. 1 minute. Can you just go up a little bit, Rupa? Now, what you have done, 1 minute. This 9RG02, only one you have to take. That comes as learning aim or intention. I saw your experienced teacher's lesson plan also. This was reversed. What Cambridge gives is the aim, okay, for us. For Cambridge, that is the objective. That is the aim for us. Our objective should be smaller versions of that. Can you just remove that and put it up? Don't use both. Only one you have to use. You understood, Rupa, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Take
I got
only
it.
one and paste it under lesson aim.
Aims.
Now,
Okay,
let
ma'am.
us discuss on this. Take that RG, analysis of how writer manipulates, adapts simple, compound, complex and compound complex sentences for intended purpose. That is my aim.
Okay, ma'am.
Can
I'll
you
just
cut
do
and
it right
paste it under lesson? Cut and paste it. You just cut and paste it in the lesson aims and intentions.
now. Okay.
That's it. Now can you think about the objective? Delete the entire thing. Delete all. Delete everything. There you delete everything. Now this is your aim. From this you have to derive your objective. How will you derive your objective? Remember the key word is analyze. Okay, the key word is analyze. Now you have to set your objectives in a way that the students reach analysis. You understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
Yes, ma'am.
Rupa, before going into this, understanding how to do analysis, I want you to tell me how actually in your class you ask your students to separate out simple, compound complex and compound complex sentences. Forget about this. If you
Yes,
give
yes,
them a
ma'am.
passage, how do you,
Yes,
no,
ma'am.
leave this. Don't touch the part. Now go to that objective. Just
Okay.
think about and tell me, okay, how will you ask your students if for example, a content is given, okay? How will you ask your students to segregate simple, compound, complex, and the compound complex sentences from that context? How will you do it?
Ma'am, I will give them one small paragraph on the board, and then I'll ask them to just identify what are the basic conjunctions,
Very good. Now you have
subordinating
told the.
conjunctions,
Now, one
and
minute, one minute,
Okay.
let us not go into the subject, Rupa. What did you
Okay.
first say? You said what ifs that they have to do?
They have to find out the subordinative and coordinating
No, you used the word there.
conjunctions.
What was that word? You used a Bloom's word there.
Okay, identify.
Identify. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
first you tell them identify. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
identify. Understood?
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
before
Yes, ma'am.
identification, you need them to remember the rules, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what do
Yes.
you use there? What will you use there?
To remember rules.
What
Okay.
is that? The word that you will use? Now, they have to remember the
Yes,
rules
recall.
for that. So you
Recall.
use recall. Okay, I'm just giving you the keywords. You can frame.
Okay.
Next, we will frame the SMART objectives. Next, they
Okay.
identify. Got it?
Yes.
Now we
Yes.
started with comprehension. Then we went into the application stage where they are identifying. Next
Yes.
comes the analysis. Now, the third stage is how would you like them to analyze? How would you like them to analyze? See, they have identified these sentences in the paragraph.
Yes.
Okay. But your objective is analyze how the writer manipulates and adapts simple, compound, complex, and complex compound sentences for intended purposes and effect in writing. Now, to tell you, this is a very big objective.
Yes,
you got it? Yeah.
Yes.
Now we said recall. Fine. Done. Next, we said they have to identify. Fine. But still now we have not reached this objective. Remember that. We have not reached this objective. Now, after this, what we have to do? You have to make the students
analyze.
Pick out the sentences from the context. They have already identified, isn't it?
Yes.
And now have a group work or a pair work in which they will be analyzing why that particular sentence was used there and what is its effect on the entire story. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
yes,
students will break the given paragraph, and if, for example, they will start manipulating, putting alternate sentences and find out how the meaning or the impact changes. Got it? Now, what are we doing now when we are breaking, reframing and doing? What are we actually doing?
They are actually marking in the particular paragraph, they are actually marking the type of sentences and their impact, that how it actually changes the story.
So what is that they are actually doing? Which level are they doing? Manipulating is which level?
Manipulating is
manipulating comes like manipulating your paragraph, changing the sequence, understanding how this works. It comes under, yes, Mrinalini? No.
Application.
Can we say it as a creativity, a bit of
No,
creativity?
it is manipulating here in the sense it comes under analytical level.
Yeah.
They are not creating. If they write such paragraphs, then it is creating for this level.
But we
You
were
understood?
discussing right now the group work. In group work or pair work, they were
See,
putting
that's an activity that doesn't come
okay.
under your objective. The students will break the sentences, manipulate the words, and find how it impacts the story. So this
Okay.
comes as manipulation. Now the last one will come through the students will now analyze the work and the impact of these sentences, whatever sentences you are going to use. So you can have simple, compound, complex, compound, complex, okay, for the purpose and effect. In the paragraph that they are reading, remember here it's general. You have to be specific there in the paragraph that they are reading. So you get your objectives now. Others understood how you have to start and write?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Ma'am, what I have
yeah.
understood, I would like to just recollect in front of you whether it is right or wrong. Comprehension first, and then identifying, then analysis, then group work, and then furthermore
No,
we were
Mrinalini, don't go for group work. That comes as activity. Last time when we were doing
So we'll
objectives,
stop till analysis.
Analysis is the final thing that the objective is asking for you, or the aim is asking. So for this, I have started because this is asking to analyze. So you have to start from recall. See, the intention is from aim.
Yes.
Or the aim is from analysis. Aim is asking you to analyze. So that means what Rupa has already taught them: simple, complex, compound sentences. Understood?
Yes.
That means she has already done it. Now, her work is to make them recall the rules, identify them, and then understand how this is used in context and break it, replace it, see how the meaning changes. So that is what is the purpose, isn't it? Then in the given paragraph, what is the impact? Analyze the impact of these sentences and how it is actually creating meaning as intended by the author. That is what it is asking. Now you understood how to break your aim? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone else would like to? So you will have 4 objectives here, Rupa. Please go through Bloom's taxonomy and do your objectives. Okay, please go through Bloom's taxonomy. Yes,
Yes.
Neha. You have your lesson plan ready, sample?
Yes, ma'am. May I?
Yes. See, you will find it very difficult during the initial stages of know how to break it down and all that. But once you're used to this, your classroom becomes very easy for you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Understand the acidity. So remember, yours is only in the comprehension level.
Yes.
Okay, understand it is. So chemical property and is measured by pH. I think that itself is enough. You need not go for using of indicators because it's only with pH, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. So I will.
pH, you have pH paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you can use the indicators also because that is more easy to understand. Right.
Yes, through the color change, it will help them identify better.
Acidity and alkalinity as chemical properties of substances. Okay. Explain what pH means. By again, okay, it's measured by pH and how it is used to, okay, that's up. pH is used to measure acidity and alkalinity. Identify a solution is acidic or alkaline or neutral using different indicators. Universal indicator, red and blue litmus paper, right?
Yes.
Right. Interpret colors of universal indicator to determine the approximate pH of a solution. Compare the behavior of different indicators. Justify which indicator. That's right. Fine. This is good. Good. Even though yours is this one, you have gone. Classify is not required here because you can go that for the next class because it will become too much here. Don't you think?
Yes, ma'am.
40 minutes you will not be able to cover. You will have to see. You can split it into 2 classes also. It's not an issue. You can keep only up to 4. 5 and 6 you can take it to the next period.
Sure, ma'am.
You understood. See that it is limiting to your class duration, that 40 minutes that you're setting. Now others you can look at this because I think it's science and she has taken a topic which is more comfortable. This has come out. See, define acidity, alkalinity as chemical properties of substances. Can you see it is specific? She is told to define. Okay, it is measurable because it is as chemical properties of substances. Okay, it is smart, acceptable because it is age appropriate, relevant to the topic, and yes, time bound because you can complete it within 5 minutes. Okay. Next, explain pH means and how it is used to measure acidity and alkalinity. So here again, it will take another 10 minutes. So explain, that means they have to explain in their own words what pH is, okay, and how it is used to measure acidity and alkalinity. So the moment pH is told itself, you will know how exactly the measure happens. So that is also fine. Identify solution is acidic, alkaline, or neutral using different indicators. So here actually because it is identified, there is an understanding demonstrate also inside it. So the teacher will demonstrate and then they will have to identify. I think 3 is enough, Megha. You won't have time for the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, up to 3 you can fix for 1 period. Till identify.
Ma'am, third
Yeah.
and fourth one will go hand in hand, right? Because after I show them the demonstration to determine acid, alkaline, and neutral.
No, universal indicator, you need to have again a range of solutions. So I think that you can take it forward to the next class. The reason is once they have understood acidity, that will be the recall for your next class. And then give them different solutions, ask them to check the color and match it with the standard that is provided.
Okay.
That way you can do it for the next class because up to 3 you can cover.
Okay, for 1 period up to 3 objectives.
3 only you can see. When you write your lesson plan, you will struggle. Because demonstration definitely will take time. Then remember, now this part is only your lesson teaching. Lesson teaching actually will be having only 20 to 25 minutes. You have a recall before that and a conclusion part. So together that will take time. So see that how your class is designed so that you have both this in place.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes? Yeah. Anyone else has completed the plan?
Ma'am, I'm trying to share, but it is not happening. I tried 3 to 4 times before Megha, ma'am.
No, because others were sharing. That's the
No,
reason.
no,
Now you
before
share.
Megha, ma'am. Now even I will be trying, ma'am. If it is not visible, I'll share it to you in person.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is it visible?
No, it's not visible.
Ma'am, I'll share it with you in person. It is not happening for some reason. I'm not able to share that window.
Can you put it in the chat box? You see, if I can, I will just...
Yes, ma'am. That window is stuck, ma'am. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll once
Yeah.
rejoin the call.
Yeah.
Ma'am, uh,
Yeah.
ma'am, actually, I'm having difficulty in when I was trying to make the lesson plan for global perspective, I was having because I'm taking the main subject that I'm taking right now is social studies. But
Mm.
because social studies is not there in Cambridge, my next year agenda is global perspective. So I am not taking global perspective class hands on. Like if I have like four slots for social studies, I just have one slot for global perspective. And that was
Mm.
not really important in my school right now. I am getting trained for global perspective to take to grade 6 to grade 8 next year, not this year.
Mm.
So I'm having a great difficulty to articulate my points or write anything. And neither I have any, like for AIMS, you have those codes and all. I don't even
Mm.
have access to any of that. So
Mm.
what do you suggest? Should I make my lesson plan for social
No, go
studies?
for social. No, go for social. Take the NCRT outcomes, which lesson is relevant to you. Take that and you do it.
I can do that also.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're teaching social, right? So you can
Yeah.
say that you're teaching social and GP.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can make a lesson plan on social.
Yes, you can.
Because then I have ideas how to connect to the prior knowledge and all that because I'm actually doing it in the classes, but global perspectives, no.
Yeah, anyone else has made the lesson plan, sample lesson plan? Now, I would like to, yes, Rupa has shared, Megha has shared, Mrinalini said next time. Soumya is trying. Anandita, Rohini, did you do?
Ma'am, I haven't
The reason
completed
I'm
it
not
yet,
able to
ma'am.
put it in the chat box as well, ma'am. Can I share it to
Yes,
you over
Soumya?
the mail? Can I share it to you over the mail? I'm not able to put it in the chat box.
Yeah, you send me. You send me. Let
Okay,
me
ma'am.
just check.
Ma'am, I haven't completed it yet, ma'am. May I share it in the next class?
No, because next class we will not be dealing with this. That's the reason I said next class you will have to go with your next activity. That is during
Ma'am,
the
actually,
these are only part
little
of
bit
it,
of it
isn't
is
it?
left. Little bit of it is left, ma'am.
No, we
I'll
are
complete
not
by
doing
today.
the entire. You have is your aim and objectives done?
Ma'am, actually, I've done it in rough. I've not put it in that one. It's handwritten, ma'am, because I write it by hand, then I put it in the format. So,
Okay.
ma'am, I'll just complete it by today, ma'am, and then I'll send it to you in mail.
No, because rough I will not be checking.
No,
You
ma'am, I'll,
it
I'll
is
just
this
type the
is only
entire
for
thing.
discussion. No, wait for it. Final you can send me because
Okay, ma'am.
in too many things. No, Rohini, next session I will not be taking that. Now again it will be only final that we will be. This is just the session so that you can show me what are the like mistakes that to know if anything is there that can be corrected. Time and again revisiting will be difficult for me also, isn't it? Next is coherency. Now let us, before going to coherency, we will just start with the what theory talks about prior knowledge. So just I'll, what should be your prior knowledge when you are doing unit 2? Okay. How did unit 1 help you develop lesson in unit 2? What features do you plan to add in your unit 2? So let us start thinking about that. Okay, you will have to, you can read through these papers to answer the question. Just I'll put it in the chat box. Now, while you're doing that itself, I want you to think about how your unit 2 will help, unit 1 will help you develop your unit 2. Those who have completed, no, they will have an idea. So please start thinking. Now, what you observed in unit 1, either you want to implement the same from the experienced teacher, or would you like to implement something new that you have seen from the experienced teacher that you've read somewhere? So what I'll do is Megha, Sara, Saumya go to paper 1. Anandita and Rupa can go to paper 2. Prior knowledge 2. Okay, go through and discuss. Remember, you have to mention in your lesson plan what you are implementing new. Not in your lesson plan, sorry, in your observation visit form.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
which group I will be?
Oh, I didn't. Group 2. I think I've told Anandita, Rupa, Mrinalini. You in group 2. Megha, Sara, and whom did I tell?
Ma'am, me, Soumya.
Megha, Sara, Saumya in group 1. Anandita, Mrinalini, Rohini in group 2. Now can you think and tell? Yeah. What is the use of prior knowledge?
Yeah. So in this document, ma'am, should I speak, ma'am? Group 2?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, ma'am. So in this document, it is given about mainly theory of constructivism, ma'am. That the students build their new knowledge using what they actually already know, and right in their brains, whatever they know, they use to build their new knowledge based on that. And after that, it is given that why that prior knowledge is important in the document. So the first, it is given that it's a foundation for the learning, right,
Okay.
ma'am? So the students understand new theories, new principles, new ideas, okay, better when they actually already have the background knowledge about that particular topic. And when the okay learners, they just activate their earlier experiences through their earlier experiences only, they can make sense of their new okay information, and in building the okay confidence of the students. Right, ma'am. So because that students who know something about a topic, they actually feel very free to okay take part in the okay discussion, answer okay several questions, and they just take part in the a more in a more okay confident way. They actually take part in the class activities. So okay, that is one of the part which is very much important, as the okay confidence actually leads to the better learning and the better motivation and the better understanding at the end.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Anyone else?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Ma'am, basically, prior knowledge is something which is the base on which the new concepts are built. And by checking the prior knowledge, the teacher also can plan her lessons and instructions accordingly, because it
Very
helps
good.
her to identify any misconceptions which the child has, or in the difficulty level, then planning extra support to a particular student. So accordingly, the teacher can also plan her lesson. And next is, it helps in making the comprehension stronger and helps in retention of the things which the child already knows much better.
Very true. Yes.
When they know that they know something which is going to be taught in the class today, that prior knowledge boosts their confidence, which helps them to be active throughout the session in the class and helps them in better memory retention.
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
Ma'am, may I?
Can I share?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, ma'am, Soumya.
Yes,
Just like
Sam.
the way a building is built strongly based on the foundation we put in. Prior knowledge is just like the foundation for any concept we learn in life. And if prior knowledge is if we build a concept based on the prior knowledge, students will have extreme confidence in what they are learning. They will have effective
Very
problem
true.
solving. They will make right predictions, and they will interpret the information given by us correctly. And it will make them stay active in the class, alert, because they'll have that boost in the confidence that okay, I know something about this.
Yes.
And this will even help the students to make connections to whatever we are doing, and it will activate the existing frameworks that they already have built in their mind, and this will support faster learning and retention. And if there are any misconceptions also, if their prior knowledge is strong enough or the foundation bases are good enough, they will find out the misconceptions, and it
Very
will
true.
increase the engagement. And even for a teacher, if there is good prior knowledge on whatever we want to do in the class based on the student level, it will make us also an effective teacher over there.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Others?
Yeah, ma'am, yes,
Yes,
I want
Anand.
to share. Can I?
Yes, Sarah. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So prior knowledge to check where the children are standing is very important for us because it may for them the what the knowledge that they have the sense of the world according to that knowledge. Like for an example, in social studies, a lot of people, children, small children specifically, have this thing that the earth is flat. So unless and until a teacher focuses on ask them questions and through anything and then to know their prior knowledge, if she doesn't clear that misconception that the earth is flat, earth is not flat, they will never understand how the earth is spherical. So checking prior knowledge remove misconceptions and will lay a strong foundation for them. And it is also very important for a teacher to know from where the child is coming from to explain in that particular way so that so that the learning is not hindered. The child should
Very true.
understand the foundation will be very weak if the prior knowledge that, like for an example, the earth is flat. If on that basis the teacher is teaching further, it is never going to make sense to him. So prior knowledge is very important for the foundation level of a child
Very
so
true.
that it have a continuous active learning throughout his lifetime.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Anandita.
Ma'am, may I answer the next question, which was that what are the features I plan to add according to this in Unit 2?
Yes, you can.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, based on the insights of reading the portion that you told us, then I've divided it into some portions. First is, ma'am, based on the prior knowledge, we can structure some prior knowledge activation strategies like the KWL chart, which is one that what I already know, what I want to know, and what I learned. This is one thing that can be done. Again, there are many think, parent, share activities or some oral reflections which can help learners to connect from the old prior concepts that they already know to new concepts. Then, ma'am, diagnosing some mini assessments during the lesson, short tasks to check in the middle whether they are understanding or whether they're keeping up with what I'm trying to do instead of like going throughout the entire class or the lesson in one go, and correction of misconception through certain activities like based on the D. Pietro unit that you told us to read, ma'am. Over there, it is said that comparison task, like old idea versus new idea, which was one thing that they stressed upon, particularly sorting or correcting incorrect statements and information, and guiding discussions to unlearn the concepts that they already know, some concepts which might be wrong. So these are some misconception correction activities that can be done, ma'am. Other than that, ma'am, connecting with real life experience based tasks like authentic scenarios or giving or providing some personal examples or some case studies in some cases can also help in them connecting how the knowledge that they are getting in class can be connected to real life scenarios, as stated by Jonathan and Strobel in the unit. And ma'am, opportunities for collaborative and constructive knowledge is also there, because ma'am, constructivism mostly states on active and social learning. So, ma'am, we can talk
Yes.
about problem solving in group activities or, some peer explanations where if one person is not able to understand, then another student goes ahead and instead of the teacher explaining everything, the peer explains to them. So it becomes a sort of activity which includes everyone. So it's a social learning and active classroom engagement happens in the class. And ma'am, confidence
Very
building
true.
structures like starting every topic with something that is familiar, or if someone can connect the prior knowledge properly, celebrating that or scaffolding them with some kind of activity where when they are unable to connect to the prior knowledge, these can be taken in class, I believe, and I have learned as confidence building structures which would help the learners to come forward and share even if the experience that whatever they are saying might be correct or incorrect. And ma'am, last, integrating some task which was given in the PDF, where we can, the student can explicitly link their prior knowledge to the new ideas which I'm teaching in class. I think, ma'am, concept linking charts or some comparison tables, and what I already do in classes, ma'am, reflection sheets, where what is the thing that you have learned before and what you have learned in this class. So the before and after reflection sheets, ma'am, I think these are the things that can help me, or I think in this particular scenario, particularly what I
Okay.
plan to do in Unit 2.
Sure. Yeah. Now remember, too many things don't add, Dhanandita. Only one you have to have for your Unit 2 strategy.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
One that you're writing new. And another thing is whatever you've told now regarding constructivism, cognitivism, that is learning from their experiences, misconceptions, the confidence building. Remember all this with references must be marked in your Unit 2 EOL. It has to be written in your EOL. Okay. Now I'll give you a short break. When you come back, the same groups read about advanced organizers. Okay. Group 1. Group 2 will be reading about the active learning methodologies. Okay. Yeah. Break. Yeah, welcome back. You there? Yeah. Yeah, you're reading?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Now, group one, you can tell the benefits and present two activities. How can you use advanced organizers in your respective subject? You can think and tell.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Ma'am, first let us go for benefits of active learning. It increases the engagement.
Okay.
It encourages collaboration and communication between students among the learners and with the learners and teacher. It builds confidence uh, in constructing their own understanding. It helps the teacher also to identify the misconceptions. And one advanced organizer that I could think about my own subjects of chemistry and biology is concept maps. For example, take for example of chemistry. If I'm doing organic chemistry, I can have a comparing table showing alkanes, alkenes, and then functional groups. That will help.
Okay.
That will help them to relate to new functional group to their existing knowledge or alkanes, alkenes, and what is attaching and where it is attaching. And when it comes to biology, I can have uh, a flow chart showing respiration and then aerobic and anaerobic respiration. What are the products of each respiration? What are the parts of the cell involved in each respiration?
Okay.
That is what I was able to think of after reading in comparison to my subjects.
Okay. What about others? So she is talking about mind maps and concept maps.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, first, I would like to tell about a little bit about what are advanced organizers. So, they are basically the instructional tools or the preview tools which are used in order to activate the prior knowledge of the child or to
Very
give
true.
or to give a big picture overview of the topic which they are going to study before the actual learning happens. And the different types of
Yes.
active organizers can be the concept maps, the Venn diagrams, the flow charts, the KWL charts, the compare and the contrast tables also can be under advanced organizers. And
Okay.
one example, like in the morning, I made the lesson plan also on acids and alkalis. So taking forward with that only. So the advanced organizer which I would like to use will be the KWL chart as well as the compare and the contrast tables. Means examples of acids, alkalis, the taste, the properties, everything will be given in a box and students will be asked to categorize it. So that can be used as an example of advanced organizer.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. Table also can be used as an advanced organizer. Right. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Others?
Ma'am, yes, can I share?
Yes,
Sorry.
please.
Okay, so first for the benefits of active learning, it improves the conceptual understanding of of any complex theory that they're going through. It helps the students to connect past and present by how we just discussed about the prior knowledge. And it promotes engagement through discussion, inquiry into a real world scenarios. And it also encourages students for critically think about the causes and consequences and the perspectives in social studies. And for the activity, it can be a debate based activity learning.
Okay.
And in debate based, there can be two different scenarios can be shared between the students. And the uh, wait, I'm so sorry. Okay, my screen just got blank. So, debate-based activity where the children are learning, actively learning, and it's inspired by whatever the topic they're doing in that way. And then they can even have a proper pair-to-pair thing where there are pairs. In the pairs, they are discussing about a topic, and then they are comparing it with their peer students, with their peers, to relate to the topic, because one person think differently from the other person. So by that, they will understand their own thinking with along with their pure thinking. This will give them more extra knowledge about what they were not thinking critically. Maybe for them it was not critical, and for the other it was more critical. So
Okay.
peer by and when even when the teacher, when the instructor or facilitator share something, it is not that it doesn't, for some student it doesn't emphasizes more, but when the other peer shares something, it is kind of valuable, they relate more, maybe because. So peer discussions is also can also be one of the thing.
Okay. Okay. Peer discussions. Yes, it can be one of the activity
Activity.
that
Yes,
can be
ma'am.
done. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Anandita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm part of group two, and our
Yeah.
question was the difference between active learning methods as compared to teacher-centered methods. Ma'am, I would like to highlight the core difference first, which Geoff Petty highlights in a wonderful way. Basically, the teacher-centered method puts the teacher as the main source of knowledge, and where the learner listens, takes notes, answers the questions, and reproduces information. Geoff Peter really highlights this, ma'am, when he says this particular sentence that passive methods do not require learners to make meaning of anything. They just answer knowledge level questions without really understanding anything. And this is also something that they call as surface level of learning, where they're just learning is only on the surface level. But ma'am, in active learning methods, there's a significant difference because the shift is towards the learners. They learn
Yes.
instead of becoming passive receivers of knowledge, they become active constructors of knowledge. While the teacher focuses, like centered methods, we are focusing more on explaining something, they are listening or just directly taking notes, while active learning requires them to discuss something, solve the problems firsthand, collaborative with each other, reflect on something that has been taught, or even question something which they haven't understood. This leads to a very deeper level of understanding. And ma'am, active methods, they also, in the Bloom's taxonomy, if we place them, they push the learners to higher levels of learning, that to metacognition and such levels. And it strengthens the, we can say, ma'am, long-term understanding of them. It motivates them, and it also makes them, instead of passive listeners, it makes them independent learners or independent creators, we can also say. And this
Very
ultimately
true.
makes learning more meaningful, it makes it more interactive and more memorable than the traditional lecture dominated method, which is highlighted in the teacher centric methods. That's all.
Very true. Very true. Right. Next person,
Ma'am,
Renalini.
sorry, I forgot to say one thing. By revisit it through the unit, like after when we all do that, while you are doing a topic, we can even revisit it throughout the unit, whatever was done, just so that it is repetition is there in the class, and the children will remember it more. It's there in the in the brain permanently.
Okay. Okay. Very true. Mrinalini.
Uh, so here I would like to share a couple of examples related to French language. When I conduct indefinite articles and definite articles, which is a very basic, say for example in grade 5. So I have worked with the pictures, giving them pictures like flashcards, and so they will sort out the pictures, and
Okay.
yeah. So for example, a dog. Every object in French we follow gender and number for each and everything, may it be living or non-living. So if it belongs to a particular person, then we will use the definite article. If it is a general term, then we will use a indefinite article. So by sorting out the pictures and saying aloud sentences, children will have an awareness when to use the indefinite article, when to use definite articles. Likewise, we have article participle for food items. We cannot write the food item without writing the article, which is called article participle. So we make a mock market in the class, and few will be shopkeepers and few will be the customers. So there they by interacting and by taking part into that activity, they can learn how to when to use which for which object, whether it is masculine or feminine, or which number it has, so that all these things they can learn. So these can be the methodologies. Our topic was active learning methodologies. So such methodologies we can implement in the class, like sorting the pictures, or playing the games in the form of mock. Uh, Furthermore, is it okay, ma'am?
Yeah, you are telling the activities. But the question is, what difference does active learning methods make from teacher-centered methods? So for the same activity, if it was not an active learning or teacher-centered learning, what difference does it make in the class?
If we go in a classical way, just simply reading it, and then it will be less interesting for learners. And through such methodologies, children will find more interesting. They will get engaged. They will have their more involvement. So such activities, active learning methodologies are very much required, or should be promoted, I think.
Okay. Okay. So when we look at, first let me cover the advanced organizer part. Advanced organizers are nothing but for prior knowledge. What are the strategies that we use? That is called as advanced organizers. So advanced organizers are of two types. They are called as expository and comparative. When we look at expository can be what Sarah was talking about, the narrative ones, the narrative or the oral ones, short stories, descriptions, debates, the whatever discussions that are happening, case study that the teacher says and they explain. So explanatory and all that comes under the expository, where you have a conceptual framework which is developed from an unfamiliar situation. So most of your case studies come into that. Most of your debates come into that. The next one is going to be the comparative advanced organizers. Comparative advanced organizers is what Megha was talking about, the mind maps, comparative charts, Venn diagrams, all those. Then you have analogies, okay? Analogies that you compare it with something that they have already seen, okay? That comes under that. Then you have the graphic advanced organizers, that is concept maps, mind maps. Then you have the timeline charts, KWL charts, all those. Comparative charts can also be tables, okay? Tables where you ask them to note down the differences between things. So all that comes under your advanced organizers, okay? Now, advanced organizer is the way that you have to connect your prior knowledge to the concept that you are going to build in the class. So, advanced organizer was actually coined, the term was coined by Ausubel, okay, David Ausubel. And from there, actually, the different strategies are there in advanced organizers. Don't think that this is the only way that you have to do. What is the type of advanced organizer that you're choosing? Why you're choosing that advanced organizer must be written in your EOL. Okay. So that is the reason we are studying about advanced organizers. Now coming to active learning approaches. When we look at active learning approaches, okay, I've given it just a minute. I'll just go to my PPT. So this is about advanced organizers. It provides a structure or scaffolding that allows students to organize information about the structure. So there are two types: expository, that is conceptual framework of unfamiliar material. And the third one is, the second one is comparative. Comparative is used for the comparison of what is familiar with them, related and comparing with them. Okay. Now, when we look at active learning is mainly for inducing curiosity and motivation. Okay. So, when we look at active learning, when you look at your classes, what were the aspects of planning that you think had engaged the students? Now, what Mrinalini said is very apt, because when you do such market experiences for language development, they are compelled to use words, okay, which is actually related to the learning outcome of the lesson. Okay. So, well, let us look at, think about what were the different classroom practices that you had intended and or designed such that you achieve active learning. You can put your experience in the chat box. Now remember, write it as a reflection. Write it as a reflection. Write how you will be writing it in your evidence of learning.
So, ma'am, here we should just type that what are the all methods that we have actually done
No,
to do the active
Rupa, no,
learning.
Rupa. You say, for example, last week you have conducted a class. Okay, I'm not asking for the lesson plan that you have done. Now, for
Okay.
that, I will tell you what to do. Now, you have to think about one activity of your class that you felt that it was active learning. Why did you feel it as active learning? What were the aspects of your planning? And how can you plan that activity such that it enhances learning? If you have already done it, write it as you have done it. Or if you're planning, write it as you're planning. Please write it in a notepad and then put it here.
Ma'am, can we chat in, can we write in the chat box or it have to be in the,
Write it in a notepad and then put it in the chat box.
Ma'am, just one question. When we are writing it, do we need to highlight all the theories that we are using, or which we can connect to?
No, 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 not now. You just write it just how you're planning to do.
Okay, ma'am.
Afterwards, when you're writing your UOL, you will have to connect it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Rupa, how are you planning this? You have said identify. Now that becomes an objective. How are you planning this? What is the strategy that you're going to implement or the activity? That is what is required. Don't, Rupa, kindly avoid this part that giving
I just
sentences
tried
on
the
the
first
board and
edit.
asking them to identify. Avoid that.
Okay.
Have a clear
Okay.
activity and strategy in place. This looks like
Okay.
no last minute. It doesn't look like planning.
Yeah.
You understood?
Okay.
So don't give
Okay.
such instances where they have that doubt that it is not coming under planning. Anandita, you have started with think, share, pair. Because I don't know the objective part of that because you missed that how to write the objectives part of it.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
can you just share me the objectives also?
Ma'am, for this one?
Hmm.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I'll type it and share.
Hmm. Can you just paste all this also under that and send so that on one document I'll be having?
Okay, ma'am.
Right, Rupa, that's correct. Group work sentence strips to be given to each group based on the topic. And remember one thing in your lesson, there must be a group work.
Okay.
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 You should have a group work. Okay. Rohini, give me a strategy or an activity. You're giving statements. I want a strategy or an activity. Very good. That comes under Soumya. This comes under your visual graphic organizer because you're asking them to interpret from the graphs. That's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. So this becomes and here, no, you need not do it as an individual activity. You can have it as a pair or a group activity. If you feel your students can do it as pair, fine.
Okay.
Otherwise, 3-member group, you can make it and no, get them to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I've put the entire thing in one, ma'am. I've given the objectives and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning
Just a
idea.
minute. I was reading Megha's. You should not point out here, Megha. You have to ask them
I
to
asked
come
them.
out.
Yes.
So you can ask this as observatory questions. You will be first putting these observatory questions and then demonstrate and ask them to discuss and report back. That can be an
Yeah,
activity.
this
Right.
last point I did later, ma'am. First, they gave their understanding to me. They presented their understanding, and then last I concluded this.
Okay. 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 Think, share, pair was your activity. Fine. Okay, this is short version. So yes, we can have the group work as to rewrite the incident. But remember, when you're writing, different characters' viewpoint are the same. The groups allocated same work or different work, how they work together. So all that has to come into your picture. Okay, this is fine here. And similarly, when you're saying peer discussion, uh, what exactly did you want them to discuss in that peer discussion? You have written refine their interpretations about what? Because when we look at here, there are language choices are there, narrative perspective influences tone and bias is there, how narrator shapes readers' understanding of events is there. What are the things that you wanted them to do in the peer
Peer
discussion?
discussion.
That has to be given. Okay.
Clearly mentioned. Okay, ma'am. I'll mention
Yeah. Right. Sarah, just a minute. Roles and materials for grade 6 Panchayati system. Very good. Roll cards. Very good. Sarah, that is fine for an advanced organizer. Okay. Rohini, remember last time I told you understand cannot be the learning word. You have to go through Bloom's taxonomy. Yeah. You have to go through Bloom's taxonomy. Yes. Understand cannot be your objective. And one more thing is you're asking them to draw the models in the beginning of the class. Will they do it? Because your objective is to understand the number of planets in the solar system. So if this is the last activity, concluding activity, fine. What should be your beginning activity? What do you think should be your beginning activity? That is your prior knowledge activity. What should be your prior knowledge activity? Can you think of it? Rohini. Are you there?
Ma'am, she had mentioned she cannot talk and all, if I remember,
Okay,
in the
okay,
chat in the beginning of the class.
okay, okay.
Is
Then
that
fine.
she?
But
I'll just check that once.
no,
Yes,
in
yes,
between she
yeah.
unmuted and spoke. So I thought, okay, no, leave it then.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Whenever she's having doubt, let her
Fine,
clarify
fine,
it.
sure.
But this has to change. Yeah. Others?
Yeah. Rohini, just make a
Sara,
note of it though. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Anandita, Megha, Soumya has done. Rupa has done. Mrinalini, yours has to come. Mrinalini. See, why I'm asking you is after you write and submit your assignment, when I ask you to review, you should not feel difficult. So for that reason, I'm asking you to present everything here so that you can correct and others will also have an awareness of what exactly is to be written. What happens is when I send you multiple times for review, you get frustrated. Okay, so that should not happen.
Ma'am,
And
last time,
please, Sarah.
complete. Ma'am, in the I have seen that there is something in your evidence, right? So in evidence, can we share a small video from our class?
No, this
No.
time, unfortunately, pictures pictures also should be through your drive only. Okay, but
Okay.
videos are not allowed. They are very clearly told videos cannot be shared in this format.
Okay, ma'am. Because I
Yeah,
have made a
only
video for a
student,
later and early Vedic
Yeah,
period.
ma'am.
So
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I
no,
have
you
just put
cannot.
the two pictures in the EOL. I have put the two pictures of
I'll
this
check. I'll
right
check.
in my EOL.
Yeah, what I saw in yours, Rupa, was that it is according to the old module guide.
Whole module guide. Okay.
So that has to be changed. You will have to rework based on the new module guide. That is why I was saying check the module guide because there are things that have changed in the first question. So that has to change. Okay.
But in the EO that EOR, I have put the photos,
I'll
ma'am,
check.
of
I'll
the
check.
student. Okay.
I've checked, but
Okay.
why I EOR I didn't check is because I asked you to elaborate your observations. Please check it. I've
Elaborate.
already reviewed yours. Only Megas is
Yes.
pending.
Yeah.
I check, I've commented also. You can work on that. Then only I can go through your EOR. That word is correct. I don't know French, so I don't know. Partitive. This
Actually, we
is
call it partitive. Here in English, we say partitive.
okay. Okay, it's right. You have that apostrophe also, no? That is,
Uh,
if the sound is low, if the sound is high, you can use
those
that
are
also.
called accents.
So
Five accents are there.
you can use that also. Don't worry. That and all, like they will understand.
Yes, I'll do it.
Mm. Now, when you're writing a lesson plan, here it is not required. Wherever it is required, no?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that you're saying, the real one. I use
Mm,
it in my
mm.
regular class logs or WPR.
1 minute, 1 minute. Here, you have written reflection.
You
Reflection is
mentioned,
towards the end, no? What is the
ah,
starting activity?
no, ma'am.
We have
Initially,
not remembered in our
I
lesson plan,
understood.
Rinalini.
Okay. I understood we have to write a reflection, so I wrote. But then during your discussion, you said for what you're writing the reflection, what are the objectives that also need to be mentioned. So,
No, here
I
for me, I understood reflection as the last activity. Is it the
yes,
beginning activity or the last activity?
no, it is the last activity by the teacher at the end of the session.
No, then it has to be what is the first activity that they are going to do? The connecting activity,
We need to
prior
write the
knowledge activity.
activities, not the reflection.
That no, see, I am telling you, how are you planning for your prior knowledge? Remember in your lesson plan template, we have only done aim, objectives, and prior knowledge. We have not gone into the content till now.
I heard the word
You understood?
reflections, so I work on it. Okay, ma'am,
I
I'll do that.
told you.
Okay, ma'am.
Please understand in the lesson plan template, only these three parts we are covering now. We have not gone into the detail. Active learning also On the overall part, we are discussing. Next week, we have the coherency part.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Only the starting activity I need, whether it is active learning approach or not, is the part. Because you have to write about active learning also. Done? All of you have done. I think Mrinalini, let us submit. So I'll just give you the next activity. Active learning is better learning. So give your gist after reading that article. Active learning is better learning. I'll give the questions in the chat box. Why do you consider active learning is better learning? How to make your class active, not by running around. That is not called active learning. As a teacher for your class, what do you think are some strategies that will bring active learning? How do you include motivation in your class? What new strategy would you develop in your class for your unit 2? So what is that you would like to experiment with? Read and then talk. Read and talk. So I think you can take another short break. Okay. And then come back at 11:35. Yeah, you can come back. So you can start your reading.
Ma'am, I do have one doubt, ma'am. In the EOL,
Hmm.
ma'am, I should write the questions also. Questions as it is
Yes,
written in
yes,
the module guide.
yes,
Under the
yes,
question only, I should write the answer.
yes.
Okay. Okay. I have just integrate the
So
things. So
you see that your words come to around 8:30 like that,
yes,
because your
ma'am.
questions are added. So those words also will be coming, isn't it, in the count?
Okay, those words also counted. Questions also will be
So you make it as
counted in the
8:30,
word limit.
8:40, you stop. Yes.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. I'll write the questions. Under that questions, I'll write the answers. Okay.
Yeah, that because they have given in the exemplar also in the same way.
I just thought, ma'am, that is okay just for the reading. While writing, we should just
No, no,
integrate
no.
everything.
The
I thought
model
like
has
this.
to be
Okay.
followed. That is what I said. The
Followed
model has
the
to be followed.
same way it is given. Okay. In the okay unit 2 also we should do the same as it is given
Yes,
there.
yes.
Same
Yes,
way.
yes. Just a minute. Yeah.
Ma'am, here in the document, it actually explains that the students learn better when they are active rather than they just okay listen to what the teacher has said.
Yes.
And here that actually activate their brains like they are planning their work, they are okay discussing in the group, they are asking the okay questions to the teacher to or okay that they okay
I
think
didn't get
about
your question. Can you
what they
repeat?
have
I didn't
learned.
get it.
Metacognition will happen in the class.
No. Are you asking a question or you? I didn't get it.
No, ma'am, what you have given, what I have given that I'm that why do you consider active
Acha,
learning
you're
to be a
answering.
better learning?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
Shall I wait? Sorry, I started early.
Yeah, you can. You can. You can.
Yeah, ma'am. So according to that document, the document actually elaborate that students learn better when they are active rather than they
Yes.
just listen to what the teacher has given them to do. And according to this,
Okay.
it is given that the active learning means that the students are doing something which actually activate their brain. Their okay metacognition will happen in the class, planning their work. They are okay discussing in the group. They are okay discussing with the peers, and that applying their okay learning in the new okay situations, whatever being given to them. And it actually says that okay learning is not just okay listening to the teacher, but actually making sense of that okay ideas. And they should use their own okay thinking process while doing so. And according to that author has given the five step cycle for the active learning in this document. First is the plan, that they actually think about what they want to learn. Second is do is the complete their work, whatever being given. Third is the okay review, which is given here. A review means whatever they have done, they should actually okay look back and they should okay check that what happened actually. Fourth one is the okay learning step, that okay understand the main main idea, main okay thought, whatever it is. And the fifth one is the apply. Okay, these are the five steps which are being given. Apply means that use their okay learning, right, in the okay practical sense. Okay, these are the five steps which are being given by the author in this document. And that okay research which is given here, it actually shows that the student that okay learn that learners who plan, who just reflect and think about their okay learning, they actually get much better okay results in the exams. Okay, rather than just to cram the things whatever being given by the okay teacher in the class. They should plan, they should reflect, they should actually think about that what they have learned.
Okay.
Right. Ma'am, may I share?
Yes.
Okay, so why do I consider active learning to be better? Active learning is better because it shifts the students from passive receivers, like they are just the receiving, they are usually when the teacher is just reading out, they are like at the passive and receiving. Instead of that, they will have active sense makers. They will be active sense makers. How? Because in this article, it emphasizes that the learning is not only about listening when the teacher talks, it's about student thinking, planning, doing, reviewing, and applying it. And how can,
Okay.
and when we become the facilitators, the concept becomes more meaningful to them, for them to understand and relate. It improves their retentions, engagement increases, and the confidence grow. And they are the like how Rupa ma'am said, they are plan, do, review, learn, and apply other ways. And how can as a teacher for my class, what do I think the strategies? I really like role plays, group work,
Okay.
and model making for my classes as per the grades. And how would and as a teacher, I have to give the student enough time to reflect and encourage independence among them. How to make your class active? Yes, by doing these activities. Am I right? Or am I missing
Just
something?
no. See, my idea was after reading the article, okay, you're saying that active learning is considered better because it's making the students passive. If you're just listening to, I mean, if they are not actually no, sitting and listening to the teacher. My
Yeah, they
question
won't
is,
become passive receivers. They won't become
ah,
active listeners.
so my question is, why are they becoming passive receivers?
Okay, because they are not actively involved in it. What a passive means, the teacher is doing all the work and the students is just listening to the work. But active listener, what is the difference between passive and the active listeners? Are active listeners actually do all this. They plan, they review, and they apply what the teacher is asking them to do. When you are the one who is doing more work, when you are the one you are researching and reviewing and applying those concepts, for the students, it becomes
Ah,
more
okay,
of
okay.
not for the
Sarah,
teacher, for the
right.
students.
Now you
This
use
this
the
is
word. You use
The
the
students are not
words.
doing this. Students are the one who is thinking, planning, doing, reviewing, and applying. It's not the teacher who is doing.
So,
She is just she is just playing a role of a facilitator and letting the children uh, do the work so
now
that they are not the passive receivers.
my question is, why should you ask the students to research, work, and do whatever the students are doing, and the teacher is as a facilitator? Why should you ask the students to do that?
To become
Okay,
active
Mrinalini,
learners.
1 minute, Sarah. Let's see. Mrinalini, yes.
To activate their critical thinking.
To activate their critical thinking. Very good, right? Anything else?
It
A
only
higher
strike
order
to me.
thinking develops.
Higher order thinking develops. Okay.
Research skills and
Metacognition.
Research skills develop. Okay.
Metacognition, ma'am.
Metacognition
Metacognition.
is also good. Yes. See, you're all talking about the routine, no, the theories that we have. Learning becomes intrinsic. Okay, that's very good, right? Now the question again here is, because why I'm focusing on this is this part you're missing. Like as far as I've seen Rupa's assignment, this question is getting missed out in the EOL. Because all of us are looking at the age-old theories of learning and forgetting the new theory of learning that has come into
Ma'am,
place. What is that?
Maslow theory, Maslow is also there
Maslow
that
is
we
also
know.
old. Maslow is also old.
Okay.
The latest is something else.
Behavioral construct
Okay, called
theory.
No,
cycle of learning. Called cycle of learning.
no,
Experimentation.
Gibbs
no.
cycle.
Humanism,
Called
no,
Gibbs cycle,
no,
ma'am.
no. Let us see who's giving the correct answer. Look at your first LOA. Then you will be getting.
Critical reflection.
There is a theory that is now evolving actually. There are scientists who are studying about this. I'm not, if I give you the hint, you will tell me. So I'm not going to give the hint.
Active learning.
Active learning is also there in your previous batch. From your previous batch to this batch, this is something.
Concept of learning and how people learn. LOA.
That is
That
also there. That also is there. But I said in LOA it is given. I didn't say LOA. LOA is same.
okay.
But one theory is
How students learn, that we have seen
Okay.
in module 1.
it's
Yes,
And
evolved.
ma'am.
No,
Participation model of learning.
that also
Participation
was
model
there
of
last time.
learning.
Ma'am, is it the Simon's theory of connectivism?
No, that also was there.
The 3H.
Is it related to
Now
the
three.
acronym crime, that is chunking, rehearsal,
What is
immediate?
that, Rupa? Yes, what is that? Yes, it is related to that. What is that?
Yes, ma'am. That is related to the working. That is related to the working. Okay, memory of the child, working memory, whatever we are
Because
giving them the.
neuroscience was the theory that was not involved last batch. That is the theory that you will have to talk in your assignments. Okay,
Yes,
you
cognitive
will
load.
have to talk.
Okay.
Cognitive load. Its cognitive load
Yes.
theory was there. Neuroscience was
Yeah.
not there in memory functions. So that
Yeah.
you will have to talk about. Okay, how recall
Okay.
memory
Okay.
builds. Okay, so
Okay.
active learning
Okay.
also promotes memory because it is
Memory.
their own experiences, and experiences we never forget.
Yes. Whatever we do
Once you
with our.
experience, you never forget. It's not doing. Doing can be like it's like a automatic machine. Taking, keeping, taking, keeping, taking, keeping. It's not doing, it's experiencing. Okay, so experiencing you will not forget. Remember this word because this is changed from the last batch to your batch. You will have to include memory part when you are writing your assignments also. Okay, next is as a teacher for your class, what do you think are some strategies that will bring active learning? As a teacher, you know your class very well. You know which activity you keep, ma'am, this, they will say. Okay, some you keep, they will say, wow, they will be
Role
very
plays.
enthusiastic to do about it. Okay, so what activity your class loves the most and what modifications you would like to bring about in that? Remember that itself includes that word motivation. Now, the strategy that you will develop in your class for unit 2, what is the new thing that you want to experiment in your? Now, remember when I say new strategy, it can be from your experienced teacher, but remember you should not have done it in your class. You understood what I'm saying? This strategy you should not have adopted in your class. That you are doing it for the first time in your class in unit 2. Okay, don't say that no, we are going to do mind maps. They already know that you would have done mind maps. So think about some new strategy. If you are a Cambridge school, CBSE school, fine. But still, no, they will doubt. Are you not doing mind maps in your class? So think about the strategy that you have not adopted till now and what you're going to do. Now, remember that should come as one of your intended outcomes in the first part that I will tell you where exactly it has to come the next week because we'll be covering coherency and all that. Okay. So this one, you plan it out and keep it ready. What you want to develop as a new strategy. You can keep your lesson plan also ready for the next week because we will go with coherency next week. Okay. So active learning is more about giving student experiences, constructing knowledge, and allowing their working memory to process information better so that retention is more. Retention is more. That is the reason why you have that acronym of CRIME. Okay. Strategies for active learning. Learners must be encouraged to think hard rather than passively receive information from teacher. Learners must be involved in activities that promote deep rather than surface learning. Learners with learning through social interaction, pair and small group work. This is the reason I said you should have a group work in your class. And learners' learning must be connected to the real world so that it makes it meaningful for them. Okay, makes it meaningful for them. Because even to this day, there are questions asked, why are we studying complex equations that we are not going to use any day in life? Okay, what will be your answer for such a question? Because recently I came across this. Why are we studying complex equations that we are not going to use any day in life? If this question comes across you through a student, let us say, okay, he is learning algebra. Okay, he asks you this question. What will you say? Because all these are questions till now our students are not asking. They are just blindly going through the curriculum, taking it. What will your answer be? Remember, this is not about the child, it is about your personal experience. So, how will you answer such questions?
For sure, we can always correlate it with real-time experience. Like, for example, 3x plus y is equal to 10 if we keep. So we can put always correlate it with the two materials like pen and pencil. Uh, uh, putting the
Hmm.
values, assumed values, okay, what is assumed by the student or the learner, and then
Hmm.
they can understand it. Yes, it is not theoretical or hypothetical thing. It is, it has a real time value. It can always get connected,
Ah.
and yes, now it works for me, and it is a worth for me to continue. It will help me to continue in my life forever.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what I feel.
Definitely. See, everything is important. Unfortunately, what has happened is because of the lack of connectivity, students are not able to relate with what exactly is being taught in the class. Got it? So we have to face this, and we will have to give them real-time experiences to understand, okay, why we are teaching them certain things. That is more important. Okay, next is about resources. Now we have seen about content. Now let us look about resources. How exactly your content should be designed, we have seen. Now, what are the resources that you have to plan? Please read through this. Remember, resources are also very important. Very, very important. Well, 5, I will stop. 12:05, I will stop and ask you to present your views. Yeah, completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, you can.
Yes, ma'am. So, according to this document, effective use of teaching and learning resources. Here, the different type of resources being given, like the pictures, video, charts, poems, maps, audios. All these actually help make learning easier and more okay interesting for the students. And in and okay, students actually feel why do we need all these resources like visual, auditory, and okay digital to simply motivate the students in the class, help them understand better way, support their memory, right, develop their skills, and to encourage their okay, creativity and also their way of communication so that they can actually exchange their viewpoints in a more clear way. And being the facilitator, we should not use the okay, resources randomly in the class, but we should use them in a very planned way. It is given here using the three steps. First is that we should actually okay select the proper and appropriate okay resources according to our okay content which we want to teach in the class. So
Very good.
while while choosing that, we should be very much clear about our okay learning goals. What are they? The students need and their okay interest. What are they? Okay, what are our skills? How whether we can use them effectively in our classrooms or not, and the school facilities also, whether the school can okay provide those resources, and okay moreover what are the resource okay quality, whether it is clear, appropriate, age friendly, whatever the okay class what we are going to teach, whether it is according to okay that learner's age group. Second one is the presentation and the interpretation is also very important. Whatever that
Very true.
okay teacher should have a particular okay resource, they should able to guide the okay students that what how okay they should do that, okay identify the important information from that, make or okay build up the different okay connections, draw particular okay conclusion, and okay discuss among the groups about that particular resource, how it is useful for them. And the third step is given the evaluation, that the okay teacher should okay check, okay did it help in the okay learning process, did the students understand the concept through that particular resource, and should okay different resource she should use okay next time to make the okay learning more and more okay productive among the students. The- okay, these are the three steps which are given in the document:
Okay.
selection,
Yeah.
presentation, and the third is the evaluation.
Sure. Okay. Yes, Megha.
Yes, ma'am. So we should use resources in classroom teaching because it makes learning for children more meaningful, engaging, and moreover, it breaks the abstract thinking of the children into some concrete experiences. And
Very true. Very true.
moreover, it also supports the diverse learning styles in the classroom, say through visual aids or through audios. Then through some learners, they learn well through some activities, kinesthetic activities. If we can inculcate in our learning style, means teaching style, becomes more beneficial for the though some students to capture the concept in a better way. And it also enhances the student's motivation. It motivates the student. And I basically prefer a mix of physical, sometimes visual, and digital resources based on the content. And
Okay.
next question was just a minute, ma'am. Yes. How do you design and pick up resources, ma'am? Basically, I pick up resources which are age appropriate, which are simple, which
Mm.
are
Mm.
easy to handle, means it won't harm the students. So basically, I choose resources accordingly. And
Mm.
yes, I do
And
use.
it will not be clumsy for your class. It should not be clumsy
Yes,
when it comes to your class,
right, ma'am.
isn't it?
Means depending on the content which I am teaching, based on that only I choose the resources.
Very true. Mm.
And
Yeah.
digital tools, I do sometimes use, ma'am, in the form of quizzes, yeah, as a formative
Mm.
assessment, a short quiz
Mm.
that
Mm.
I do. And yeah, while delivering the lessons, I prepare my own PowerPoint slides, which I
Very
share
good.
with the kids also while delivering the lessons in the class.
Very good. Right. Next.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
I regularly use digital tools in my class.
Mm.
Basically,
Why do you use it? You
I use
started
it.
with digital tools. Why do you use it?
I use digital tools because it enhances the concepts. Because I teach chemistry and biology. More of visual
Mm.
representation I like because that will keep the concepts more clear for them. I
Mm.
use videos, I use animations, and
Very
sometimes
good.
interactive simulations.
Very
And
good. Yes.
after the class, mostly I use Kahoot quizzes, digital quizzes,
Mm.
and
It's a
sometimes,
quick assessment
yeah, quick
method. Mm.
assessment. And sometimes I make presentations. Mostly I don't make presentations for all the chapters because it is very huge. For some
Mm.
topics, I do make presentations. Say, for example, I was teaching the circulatory system. I did make a presentation to show the flow of blood with arrows that are appropriate with different colors.
Mm.
And
Mm.
sometimes online collaborative tools also. Sometimes I use Padlet, like for group
Mm.
brainstorming activities. Basically, I'm also very, I like something that is in different colors, something very interactive, something that catches my attention. I feel the same way with my students. If we just take something normal in black and white, they might not be interested, because the subjects I deal are such kind of subjects which needs flow. So I always
Very
prefer
true.
digital tools.
That is true. See, one thing is because your kids are also your kids are from 9 and 10, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So definitely they will need that help.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
they need to understand complex concepts
concepts and
in
structures
simpler
as
way.
well.
In simpler ways. Right.
Yeah, and one thing, one of my students is really interested in speaking a lot. So I asked her to make a podcast on how heart functions while recording a video. She did a simulation of model of art, and she was showing everything in the form of a podcast, and she posted in her own Instagram handle as well, which has got many views. That is one
Mm.
way she learns to learn the concept.
That's good. That's good. No, not everyone is open to social
Yeah,
media.
yeah.
That's good. Right. Right. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. Can I share?
Yes.
Okay, why to use resources in classroom teaching? Uh, Rupa ma'am, I've shared the detailed version of this already. I want
Document.
to share. I want to share how I do it. Like usually for my history classes, children get really bored in the middle of it. So I usually,
Mm.
for all my chapters, not usually, for all my chapters, I start my chapter with a small video clip. For an example, it's an Egyptian civilization. I first show what exactly the Egyptian civilization is in a video format from the YouTube channel. And then for
Mm.
all my chapters, I make presentations. And whatever
Mm.
content is there, I make sure that there is a picturization for that content. So even if
Okay.
those there are children who doesn't like descriptive answers and they
Mm.
don't like to stick to a basic paragraph. So by those pictures, visualization is it becomes very easier for them to understand. What I'm talking doesn't matter to them, but what they are seeing matters to them. So like it, I have to show lower Egypt and upper Egypt. So that is there in the picture itself. So that is how I use
Okay.
the digital tools. And what resources do you prefer? I usually take PowerPoint presentations and the YouTube channels for those history chapters.
Okay, okay.
It becomes very relatable for the children and very they're entertained when they are seeing those YouTube channels. And then when I'm actually showing them the presentation, then they relate it to the video. Ma'am, we just you the picture that you're showing here, we already seen that in the YouTube channel. So it becomes more entertaining and fun for them. So they love history more than civics. Civics is kind of like too much hard work. History is fun for them.
Okay, okay. Now I'll just give you one example because I want you to understand this. This is my own experience that I've done. See, when we are using resources, so generally I thought that because this was for my diploma that I have, it happened. Now we think that students will be able to read, understand articles or research papers. That is a simple research paper that was on environment that I gave it to them. What I understood is they could not comprehend the language of the research paper, though they were in their 10th class and no, they had the details of all the concepts that was in that particular research paper. Now, though it was age appropriate research paper, a simple research paper on what Sarah said on environment and the impact of environment, that was on deforestation. So it was there was images, but they were able to decipher the image, but not the content.
Ma'am, I do one more very important thing that I didn't say, that whatever terminology, I basically say them that whatever you write, because Cambridge doesn't have a proper way of, you can write there is no specific answer for it. You can write anything. So I give them proper terminologies. Before anything, there is a set of keywords that they have to use it in there and they have to learn it. It's like a kind of a small dictation also. I do take it with them that because like if they're doing geography, then there is the range with the science, they get confused, they go to sleets and snow and all that, but over here it shows the conventional rain, relief rain. So that is why terminology is very important. So I have this slide specific for the terminology and the difficult words for them to understand and use them. You have to use it in their answers. Like for settlement, there is geography, they have settlements. If the word settlement is not there, they are not going to get marks, even if it's for like they have written everything, but instead of settlement they have written something else, it doesn't matter because they have to use the proper terminology. Without terminology, reading any subject doesn't make it intellectual. That is what I say then.
Very true, very true. But here, what happened was that was my first year in the school also. So I was not aware of their prior knowledge. And this happened. Okay, though the research paper was there, now it was an appropriate research paper. There is nothing wrong in it. See, you gave a resource, it was not working, nothing wrong in it. But how you correct it later, that becomes important. Now, why were they not able to understand research papers? That was the first question. The language was easy. Okay, they can infer. Okay, if the textual content they are able to infer, why are they not able to infer a research paper? You understood? So these were the questions that were boggling. And when I took out the paper and I started breaking it down, asking them, you know what they said me, ma'am, the language of the abstract, what is given there, first thing is they did not know the abstract. What was an abstract and why that abstract was given, and then how the introduction starts with, because introduction starts with some previous references, okay, which can be sometimes contradicting. Now, what do you think? Where do you think I made the mistake in that resource? It was not the student's fault. Now I'm asking you, where do you think I made the mistake with that resource paper when I was giving them? It was an age appropriate resource. Okay. I told you introduction had certain areas which were contradicting. The image they were able to understand, but when they studied, they were actually not feeling comfortable with what was given in the content part, the data and the results. Now you think and tell me where the mistake could have happened. Yes, Mrinalini.
Maybe with the contradicting part was not clear to them and the terminology.
Okay.
Probably children could not correlate the prior knowledge and the current concept which we are discussing right now. The prior knowledge, apt prior knowledge, they could not correlate what the references are given, which they need to understand or correlate with the current concept which is developed as a research.
Okay. Which was developed as a research. That has your part answer. Anyone else? That is a very wonderful point. Yes, Mrinal. Anyone else?
They might not be ever exposed to a research paper. They doesn't know how to
Very good.
interpret the research paper terminology or the language that they use.
Very good. Yes, they were not exposed till that date to a research paper and they did not understand how a research paper was written. They used to write projects, they used to write assignments, but they were not characteristically told how to go about writing a particular project that they do, a research work that they do. The stages of research was not taught to them. You understood? So as a result, what happened when we gave a research paper, they could not analyze it because the sequence, you have to have a hypothesis, then only you can develop a research. And what are the evidences that points towards the hypothesis comes first? Okay. Then your experimentation starts, your data set starts. This sequence they were not aware of. So what happened? What they thought it like a textbook where the content flow is going to be same, when instead a research paper contradicted their ideas and they were confused. Okay, so when you're using, remember I said a clumsy resource does not mean that you take a big equipment. Okay, a resource which you think is age appropriate, you go to the class, you implement it and you find that it failed. Okay, there is no problem with that happening. Remember, there is no problem, it's your learning. But you have to now infer why you failed. Okay, you will have to rework on it and find out why you failed. And please do use digital tools. Digital tools does not mean YouTube video. Because that was once upon a time. Now, as no, I think Soumya told, FET simulations, Megha also told, FET simulations, you can use games, you can use Kahoot, quizzes, Padlet, then you have this mind, what is that? They can word cloud, they can create, isn't it? I forgot that name of that. Those
Mind
types
miser.
of mind miser. So all these you can be using. Okay, you can use. Those are all different digital tools and there are many more digital tools. Now remember, students can be also asked to use, like for example, I think today morning I was asking you, what are the key strategies that you can use for advanced organizers? Yes, you can use ChatGPT for that. You understood? You can use AI for that. Remember, you're only asking for ideas. But remember, copying and pasting from that is not allowed. Okay. You can also, like how Soumya told about uses of social media as a learning tool. Yes, that's a very good strategy. Those are also resources that can be used. Anything that you are open-minded and know you approach for learning can be used as resources if it is beneficial for the student. If it is beneficial for the student. And resource, yes, if you're using your school resources, it is again up to the management on what level resources can be provided for the teacher. So no one is going to say no if you say that, no, I don't have Padlet and other resources that are not available or not permitted. No one is going to complain. Use the free resources and see that you're using them as or no frequently in your classroom. So that must be used in your lesson plan. So now coming to the next week's work, Now you have done up to objectives aim. Those who have not, please do it next week, because only after next week it has to be an implementation, and unit 1 you will have to complete. Okay, complete your sample lesson plan, not your original lesson plan. If you have completed, fine. Now you know what you have to do for active learning and all that. So collect notes on active learning. You can plan and implement your classes for unit 2 for EOL. What is the new thing you want to introduce? Collect details about that. What is the new strategy that you want to use for your unit 2? Collect on all those notes and keep it ready. Complete your sample lesson plan. Please do bring your sample lesson plan next week. Don't send it to me. You can show it to me, because if you show, then only we can see that your plan is working out, because next week it will be on coherency. Now we have completed only 3 blocks and we have read about active learning. I'll just go back to the key questions. So we have said about prior learning, active learning, and your resources. These are the outline part. In that we have seen about objectives. We have seen how, what is aim, what is objective, how it differs, advanced organizers we have seen. Okay. So please see that that is done. Any questions you have, please do ask me. Feel free to ask me. Do complete your feedback form. Any questions you have?
Ma'am, can I ask you?
Yeah. Yes.
While writing the lesson plan, couple of reference points we have to pick up from the Cambridge papers, no? So
Cambridge what papers?
I did not understand actually, so I want to understand from you some references like 7, G20, like that we have to put. So what would you suggest about that?
No, it is depending on your subject.
Okay.
For French, does Cambridge scheme of work contains those codes, then you have to put those codes.
Okay. Scheme of work.
Your French scheme of work is present. You have it. Cambridge scheme of work.
I'll go through it and I'll take the reference. I'll take help of my HOD. Recently, last week only we had our HOD, so I'll just have some interaction because I am little new.
Okay, okay. So you will have to check on that and then do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Anything else others have?
So, ma'am, in the next class, do we need to discuss again that lesson plan, aims and objectives that we have done?
No, those who have not submitted, we will discuss.
Okay. No. As you have asked me to bring certain changes while I presented
No,
today.
I have asked you to make the list at the next part of it.
Next part of it. Okay. And
yours, you will have to make, you will have to change the objectives also, because aim I have given you, and start working on the content. Yeah, start working on the content, because next week it's about coherency.
Coherency. Okay.
Any other questions anyone has?
And ma'am, one thing, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. As you have reviewed my EOL and observation, now after making the whatever that changes that you have told me to do, after making that, when I should submit, what time is there any deadline for that submission that I should?
No, you have to rework immediately and submit. Remember, the next work will start for you. So before that, if your unit 1 is cleared, you can relax.
Okay.
That is this one. See, once your unit 1 work is done, then you can relax, because that gives you that lightness to do the next one. That is the major.
feeling of
Ah, okay, done. Appa, that work is done. That feeling you will get.
contentment. That's done.
So that
Okay.
that is the reason. So towards the end, what you can do is, see, one thing is, after finishing also you will have certain ideas. Then you can sit and rework on from the beginning. But finish
Yes,
it now so that you will have ample time to rework. Otherwise, what happens? Your first idea only goes, and sometimes, even though you are a
yes,
candidate who can get distinction, you may set your standards up to pass only. Because the number of times you yourself review, you will get new ideas of how to write it, reframe and write it. Yes. Any other doubts you have? So was today's session heavy? I think you can see Sarah's face and it's looking very, or no, after 2 Sundays break, she's feeling that.
No, ma'am. Actually, I've been working on my papers all night, and then my brain is like all loaded with all of that. So I was doing editing and all that.
Okay,
And
okay.
I still have to do it. So when you are saying that, you have to get it done before the unit 2 started, so that unit 1 completion is still there on my mind. Like I have to do this, check that, read this, read that. So
See, the more you're faster with your work, initial work, the more you will be able to rework on it. Simple. Otherwise, what happens? Submission date will approach, and no, that haphazard work will have to get uploaded. And the more you delay, the problem is you will not remember what is told in the class, and the more prominent of you making mistakes will happen.
my
That
work
is
is
where the
almost
problem.
and I'm just editing the things, like making it more better.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'll share it with you soon.
Okay. If that is all we have, we can call it a day. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
Thank
you.
you. I will share the feedback in the group. Thank you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Actually, my
Wait.
morning one.
How is the content development going on?